It is 3:40 in the afternoon in the United Kingdom on a Saturday. It is the weekend, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the number of people watching Overwatch on Twitch. Now, it must be said, you cannot base a game's popularity on the number of viewers it has on Twitch. But obviously, we can look at Overwatch in the past and go, well, it had quite a lot more viewers than 6.5k. In fact, that's the lowest I've seen the category at for years. Like, that is shockingly bad. Now, like I said, you can't base the game's popularity on how many people play on Twitch. There are tons of games out there that are stupidly popular, even games that get massive viewership on YouTube and maybe don't do as well on Twitch. But the thing with Overwatch is, we know through being fans of the game I've been making content on this game for 5 years, almost 6 years. We know that the game was super popular, and then it went through its phases. It started to get less content, and it suffered as a result. So in this video, what the hell do Blizzard need to do to fix this game? And is the game even fixable? Is Overwatch completely been written off internally and they're just putting everything on Overwatch 2, which I believe is yes. The answer to that is yes, by the way, guys, but we'll go into that in the video. Wow, let's get stuck into this. Do you remember the poll that I made a video on a couple of days ago? This is it now. So 3 days ago, I made the video, and yeah, we've got 30,000 votes now. 55% of people believe this is bad. 38% went for the meme, is Overwatch real? And there's nearly 1,000 comments on this poll. This isn't a video on YouTube. This is just a community poll on YouTube, so you can see the way people are thinking. Now, Blizzard, in their defense, say things like, well, actually, guys, you do know we're working on Overwatch 2. That's what we're doing. And it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be the best thing ever. And we've delayed the game because we want to make it awesome. It's going to be great. The thing is, guys, they have to delay the game because if this game launches and it is trash or it doesn't have enough content, you know what? I'm going to go back on that because I am getting quite heated on this in this video. I've got to be honest. The game isn't going to be trash. There is no way on this planet Overwatch 2 will be a bad game. It will not be a bad game. It will be a very, very good game. But the thing is, will it have enough content? This is the worry. I believe this delay is basically an admission of, no, we do not have enough content. If we launch what we've got, it's not going to be good enough. And in fact, I don't even think they finished major components of the game anyway. Look at the state the reworks are in for 5v5. Most of the heroes haven't even been touched. And that all needs to be done by April next year because apparently that's what Overwatch League's going to play on. And even stupidly so, it's only going to be Overwatch League playing on that. We won't have access to the game, apparently. I mean, what? I mean, I hope that changes. And like, I've got a massive list here of things that do need to change. And we're just going, you know, let me just read this off. Let me read off the things that I think need to change. Okay, I've kind of debated you there. I'm not going to read the list off just yet because I want to show you this. This is a quote from the community manager on the forums, and it says this: one rumor to clear up. I'm seeing a lot of folks assume a launch date in 2023 is rote. Without being pedantic, I want to point out that there was no release date or beta date communicated in yesterday's earning call. While I'm not prepared to discuss dates with you here today, I want to quash the rumor of a 2023 release date as being somehow official. All right, so that doesn't deny and it doesn't confirm. It just says we haven't given any dates, which is true. They didn't give any dates because this is what they said in the actual release. While we are still planning to deliver substantial amount of content from Blizzard next year, we are planning for a later launch for Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 than originally envisioned. Now, what this could mean in the very best scenario is, yeah, it isn't 2023 because they're going to launch them at the end of 2022 and not early 2022. Now, if that's true, that will mean we will get a beta at some point earlier on in the year, and then we'll roll into the launch towards the end of the year. Now, if that's true, Blizzard, you need to get the hell out of here and start telling people that's true. Because honestly, I'm a content creator and there's a lot of other content creators, and we're worried because we're like, well, what's the point of even making videos on this game if there's no content? But ignore the content creators. Screw them, guys. What about just people who play the game? You'd be thinking to yourself, well, what's the point of, I'm not going to wait another year. I literally don't care about playing this game anymore. So whatever, I'm just not going to play. But that's the thing, guys, right? Why would you play a game that everybody knows is already being replaced with its sequel? So what incentive have Blizzard got to sit down and go, hey, we're going to now sort out Overwatch with content because we've neglected it for so long and we've made all of this content for Overwatch 2. We can put a bit of it into Overwatch. But why should we do that? Because people are not going to just suddenly start buying Overwatch again, are they? Because, well, the whole image of Overwatch is a game that's stagnated for like nigh on 4 years, which is like, well, 3 or 4. I always add another year onto this. I get so emotional. But like 3 years or so, nothing major has happened to the game. Oh, my God. Okay, let's bring it back to my list. I'm going to read my list off now. Right. So, right. What does Overwatch need to survive? Well, I think the key thing here is just forget everything that's happened up until now. Because we are now. We are not a year ago when Jeff left. We're not a year before that when, hey, maybe Overwatch 2 got bloody canned and they started on it again, because they have been working on this game for like literally since 2017, it feels like. At least 2018, and at least after the Retribution event. I think that's the point we can sit down and say, look, in 2018, Retribution, that would have been the time where they were like full bore into Overwatch 2 development, because that is when Overwatch new content just stopped and it was put on live support. And I mean this with the greatest respect. It feels like the content added to the game has been made by about 5 devs, not a team of hundreds. Literally a couple of guys in the room have just banged out bits of new content. That's what it feels like. With the exception of the maps, I do realise there's a lot of work that goes into maps, but maps can be used in Overwatch 2, you see. So, yeah, it's okay to spend the resources on that. Anyway, this is what would be nice if we got, but I don't think we'll get any of this. So, well, hopefully we get the first one. We need a dev update. That would be really nice if you was to come out right now and say, hello, my name's Aaron Keller. This is a developer update. We want to talk about what's going on with Overwatch. I play Final Fantasy 14, and they've delayed the game by 2 weeks. Their next expansion, which isn't great. You know, a lot of people are like, oh my God, you've delayed it. But they come out and they explain why they've done this, right? They don't just go, yeah, by the way, there's a delay. Get out of here. But the thing with Blizzard, they haven't actually given us a date for Overwatch 2. So they can just delay stuff and be like, oh yeah, we're delaying it. Oh yeah, it's fine. But the thing with this, guys, in the shareholders meeting, when they come out and they say Diablo and Overwatch 2 will not be coming out, basically saying they will not be coming out in the next financial year, that is to tell investors that, guys, our profits will be lower for the next period. You only say that in an investor call if it's going to affect the next financial year. That's what makes me believe there will be no Overwatch 2 in 2022. Because why would they tell their investors anyway? Apparently, we don't know the dates. They don't want to communicate the dates to us yet. Hopefully that changes. So yeah, a dev update would be quite nice, or some sort of communication. Leading on from that, it would be really, really, really nice if we got a roadmap. I've asked for this for years, literally years and years and years. Just tell us when things are planned. I'll let you guys into a little secret. I don't know when anything comes out for Overwatch. What I do, though, is I harass community managers. I harass people like that and go, guys, do you know if there's going to be an update to the game today? Do you think anything will come out? Sometimes they'll tell me, sometimes they won't. But it's mental to me that that's how it runs. Is it really the case that Blizzard don't know when updates are going to come to their game? Do they literally know the day it's going to happen? I'll also let you guys into another little secret. I don't make content on Valorant. I did when the game first came out. Riot, every week, basically tell you what's coming out in that week. They don't give you all the detail, but they'll say, hey, you know what? This week on Tuesday, there's going to be an update. Oh, and by the way, there'll be some other update as well on Thursday. That's great, because as a content creator, you can sit down and go, oh, well, this is amazing, so I know I can plan for that. Now, I know a lot of this, you guys are listening, thinking, well, Sty, I don't care about content creators, and rightfully so. You shouldn't care about content creators. Who cares? I don't even care about myself. But it's just a nice little bit of added communication. And maybe it's a result of the way the game is developed. And maybe Blizzard are just all over the place. Again, I don't know. You know, this is just me shooting in the dark, whatever. Anyway, back to my list. So yeah, roadmap would be nice. Because if you want to interact more with your community, then you kind of need to tell them what's going on, right? You don't just sit there like you're the lords and the kings of all and just go, yes, we will tell you when we feel like it. Oh, yes, we won't bother actually saying anything about this delay. It's just delayed, whatever. And again, you can argue, well, why should they even tell us? Like, it doesn't benefit them to go, oh, sorry, guys, this is why the game's delayed, because it might make it worse, you know? But communication in this day and age, you have to be able to communicate with your wider gaming community. So you just can't leave Overwatch in this state for another year. You cannot. It has to have content. Let's add heroes. Let's add Sojourn. She looks finished to me. Just throw her in the game. What about the UI update? Just port the entire UI into Overwatch. Surely that can be done. Add push, because it's a new mode that's been a mode for the years and years and years. I played it in 2019. Add new core maps to the game. So your, hybrid, Halo, just add maps to the game. You must have these maps. You've got to have loads of maps made for Overwatch 2. Make the multiplayer free to play. Again, that brings a lot of controversy along with it, but we'll just get more people in. But all those things I've just listed off, the issue is it won't make them any revenue, and that's the problem. It will not happen because no revenue will be generated. So what is another year to just sit and wait and put, again, more of your eggs in the ultimate basket of Overwatch 2, and then just hope that when Overwatch 2 launches, it has a massive impact and people just come flooding back to Overwatch, which I've always said they will. And this is the big joke of all of this. In some respects, us as the die-hard fans of Overwatch have been left out to dry. We've almost been kicked to the curb by Blizzard in a lot of ways, because it's completely insanely baffling to me how they threw away the community that they built, and Blizzard built this around their game, through making a great game, having updates, and all of that cool stuff, seasonal events, new content. They built and they fostered a community. And I will never be able to understand why they chose to just leave Overwatch behind. Yeah, sure, they're making Overwatch 2, but why the hell did they sever support for Overwatch and just leave the game how it is? Even if it's a monetization issue, all they needed to do was delete loot boxes out of the game and stick in a store. And I refuse to believe that would be too difficult to do. Nothing is too difficult to do if they can do it, right? They can do it. And if money's the driving factor, they absolutely would work out a way of doing something like that if that would have made the game make more money, so then they could make more content if that's what they were going for. And of course it is. It's a business. It wants to make money. But it will always be baffling to me. You know, you're sitting there and you've got this thing, this... Like, I'll take you back to 2016, guys. 2016, 2017, when Overwatch came out. Well, it came out in 2016, but up to, I want to say, early 2017. This was a global gaming phenomenon. This was a game that everybody was talking about. This was a game that was appearing on, like, Netflix shows. People were talking about Overwatch. I can't remember the show, but they had an Overwatch League jersey on. I think it was maybe an LA Valiant jersey on or something like that, but there was loads of pop culture references to the game. That's when you know something is getting massive. It's like, holy hell, this is getting huge. Then we go into 2018, and then we just sort of, it's crazy when I think back to this, because we were thinking at the time, after Retribution, oh my God, this is great, because suddenly they're going to start giving us new content. They're going to give us new seasonal events. It's going to be loads of new stuff. And there just wasn't. Yeah, we got heroes, but the amount of them started to dwindle and dwindle, of course, back to 2020, where in March we just got Echo, and she was just one hero one hero since then, the last hero in Overwatch. I feel like, guys, like, it's been a difficult one to make this video, because I feel like I could sit here and just rant mindlessly about the way this game has been handled. And it comes from a place of passion. This is what, everybody has to realize. You guys are the same. You're still watching videos on Overwatch, and you maybe don't even play the game, and you've just been told that the sequel is delayed even more than it was, but you're still here watching this content. You're still here investing in it. It is because you love the game. You like Overwatch. You like the heroes. You like what it stands for. You might not play it anymore, but if you get given new stuff, and this is the thing. I'm ranting again, but I literally don't care. Giving us comic books, giving us bits of lore, giving us things like that. Even skins, right? Nobody really cares. You want things to play, things that just change the way the game's played. Give us a hero. People would love that. If there was a new hero launch, I'm sure it would be great. It would drum up interest into the game. But there is this spectre of the launch of Overwatch 2 having to be this massive success that I believe there is no way that they step back from these decisions and go, we're adding content into Overwatch. I cannot see them doing it beyond just doing more mini challenge events, giving us some stupid lore, in the form of comics. Maybe there's a couple of skins. I don't think we're going to see new seasonal events. Basically, the next thing we need to see is the beta for Overwatch 2. If all the eggs are in the basket of Overwatch, they need to give us the 5v5 multiplayer beta of Overwatch 2 as soon as possible, so we can start playing the game that is going to be the game we're going to play in the next few years, and we can start producing content on it and getting involved in it. Then we need to start seeing new heroes available in this. Then we need to see the game launch. Then we need to see PvE. Because you've got to remember, Overwatch 2 is a PvE game. That's what it's about. The bulk of this game is PvE. It is not PvP. But what we play right now is PvP. It has been completely kicked to the curb. They're not updating it, because why would they? Because they've radically changed it for Overwatch 2. But they need to give us that version of the game. What they need to do is delete Overwatch 1 as we know it and give us the Overwatch 5v5 experience from Overwatch 2. Because we all know that Overwatch is becoming Overwatch 2 when Overwatch 2 comes out. Or is it? Or is that changed? I don't know. We don't know anything. This is the problem. they need to talk to us, and they need to do it pretty rapid, to be honest. They need to give us information, tell us what's going on with the game. They don't have to give us all the information. They just need to say, we're working on this, and maybe this is going to come out. There's going to be an update here. And that even when, like, Aaron Keller came out and made a dev update going, oh, yeah, there's going to be a big feature coming to the game. It's going to be great. Or, no, maybe I'm getting confused here. Maybe he actually said this I think he said this in a PC Gamer interview, but it did have a subsequent developer update after it came out. But it was a cross-play feature, and it was, oh, it's going to be a big feature coming to Overwatch. It's going to be huge. Well, then us as fans are like, oh my God, yeah, there's going to be a feature. I wonder what this could be. Let's try and speculate. Let's work out what it could be. And then when it comes out, it's like, oh, well, it was that. That's okay. That's still good. We can see the positives of it. This is cool. Let's go ahead again. Let's see what we get. And then we just need stuff. We just need stuff. Do you understand? We need stuff. Please. If anyone from Blizzard's watching this, please understand. Talk to us more. We like this game. All right. Cool. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, then remember you can follow me on everything, which is at Silosa. In terms of content on the channel, I may start making the odd overanalyzed again, because I am kind of looking forward to doing that. I'm just a bit wary that people probably won't watch it, but I'm gonna maybe try and do it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you're this far into the video and you still want to see that kind of stuff. But yeah, apart from that, I just want Overwatch 2. I need some new stuff to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.